Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you. Our region's business, improving our economy, creating jobs, and strengthening communities. Innovation, collaboration, transformation, and the people making it happen. Join us as we take a closer look at our region's business. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, the business case for building a diverse supply chain and the transformative impact of the late Dr. Thomas Starzl on our region. But first, the future of energy and how it may impact our region. It's Energy Week coming up at Carnegie Mellon University, where the Scott Institute for Energy Innovation is hosting attendees and experts from across the country, as well as from across our region. Dr. Jared Cohon is director of the Institute, at least for now. Deborah Stine is Associate Director for Policy Outreach at the Institute, and Rich DiClaudio is President and CEO of the Energy Innovation Center, which is partnering on Energy Week this year. Great to have you all here. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah, we had you down, I guess, a year ago when Energy Week launched for the first time. The Scott Institute, not that old itself, but I suspect there's never been a more important time to be having these conversations right now, given all the policy debate that's unfolding in Washington.
Indeed, a very interesting time. I think people who work in the energy environmental space would agree that finding our way to a low carbon energy future is the challenge of the first part of the 21st century. And that's what we're engaged in, developing new energy technologies, contributing to energy policy is crucial. And I think Pittsburgh is the place where it's really happening, and Energy Week is going to show that off.
And I mean, Pittsburgh has a special role to play in all of this, really?
I think it absolutely does, for lots of reasons. We have here every major energy form in abundance. By that I mean coal, natural gas, nuclear, Westinghouse, etc.
Sure.
We're of a size that makes us not too big to get your arms around, but big enough to matter. We've got tremendous technology, as you know, with the universities. And I think that something that Western Pennsylvania has that a lot of regions wish they have is a sort of cooperative spirit that we have. Universities working together with companies, with government. And I think for all those reasons, we really stand out. We really matter in this debate.
We're talking about the collaboration. There's a lot of it on display at Energy Week. What are some of the headliners coming up?
Well, Energy Week is March 27th through the 31st at the Carnegie Mellon campus. Everything is free, so people just need to go to our website to register, the CMUenergyweek.org.
Okay.
The first day is on the future of energy. Most of that day is at the Energy Innovation Center that Rich will talk about. And we also have a career day for students so they can look for jobs and things like that. The second day is focused on innovation, and we have our Clean Tech Prize that students are competing for in two distinguished lectures. One is Paul Browning, the CEO of Mitsubishi Hitachi, and also the CTO of Tesla are also speaking that day.
Tesla, okay,
yes.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, and then on Wednesday and Thursday we then switch and we focus on more science and research. So we have Marcia McNutt, who's the president of the National Academy of Sciences. We have someone who is a writer and producer for Marvel Films to talk about the connection between energy and entertainment. And the last day we have our Policy and Law Forum, and on that day we have the head of the Public Utilities Commission, a commissioner from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and the head of the Energy and Information Administration.
Well, it's the whole gamut, from research to culture to policy to innovation and entrepreneurship. That's where the role the EIC is going to play.
Yes,
right?
And we're delighted and honored to take a slightly more formal role this year. We were involved and well represented on several panels last year. The first day of Energy Week is kicking off at the Energy Innovation Center.
Which is in the Hill District. People would know it as the old Connolly.
The old Connolly store, right at the seam between Upton and Lower Hill.
Yeah.
And it's about a 200,000 square foot center that's designed really to kind of advance thinking and rapid prototyping and workforce development training around really kind of energy technologies, particularly with a focus on sustainable or green technologies, but including all kind of aspects of the full arc of the energy industry. We do have a focus on integrated building management, particularly larger commercial buildings that that aren't always as energy efficient and certainly not always as carbon efficient as they could be. And so our center was built in large part to be a living lab and to help develop and incubate technologies to make those areas more efficient and more optimal. The first day of Energy Week is going to start with a roundtable. We are focused predominantly on trying to help this growing group, really ecosystem of energy technologies and clean and sustainable technologies that are being developed by entrepreneurs in the region and start matching them with investors, not only regional investors that are already aware of them, but national and international investors that tend to put part or all of their portfolio in these type of investments. And so this will be the first year. We hope to obviously improve the awareness of it in future Energy Weeks. But we have a pretty good showing of investors and a very good gathering of technologies and a really good slate of panels, including one that Deb didn't mention. Peter Corsell will be our keynote speaker Monday at lunch, and he is the co-founder and managing director of 21st Century Power Funds. It's a very large upstream focused private equity fund.
Oh, exciting to have that kind of smart money in town to meet the smart people here. You think about the impact that innovation research has had on the transformation here in our region over the last 35 years. Obviously a lot of conversation going on in Washington, D.C. There's a lot at stake for our region in the decisions that are going to get made in the next couple of years, I would think, inside the Beltway.
You're absolutely right, Bill. I've got to believe, and it's too soon to tell. We'll see what happens with the Trump administration, but it almost doesn't matter where one stands on a lot of these issues. I think almost everybody agrees. New technology will be key. Whatever path we take, whether you think climate change is the big issue or not, we can all agree that better technology will be important in every way. For regions, for the nation, in terms of job growth, et cetera, and it makes everything better. So I think that, yes, there are very high stakes here, but I think that we are well positioned given our strength in these areas.
And Deborah, only a few seconds left, but once again, if people want to come, how do they find out?
So you do need to register because our events are getting very full, so go to cmuenergyweek.org. And you can register on that website. And again, it's March 27th through 31st at the Carnegie Mellon campus.
All right, very good. Deborah Stine and Dr. Jared Cohon with the Scott Institute at Carnegie Mellon University, and Rich DiClaudio from the EIC. Thank you all so much. Good luck with Energy Week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Next up, the former Chancellor of the University of Pittsburgh, Mark Nordenberg, on the legacy of the late Dr. Thomas Starza. Stay with us.